Well, a very wondrous welcome back to Rimworld, because we finally have our major arcane gem of wonder. Well, we have one major arcane gem of wonder. We have one gem. Of the 10 I queued up, we do have another one on the way. They take a while. And so the problem I've run into is that only Lissa actually has the skills to make these. So crafting 12, which again, she's the only one, and then also intellectual and artistic. These two aren't as bad, but the crafting 12 is a bit of a problem, especially as she's also working on bionics. So we could really do with a backup crafter, someone who can either at the very least help out with the other stuff, or ideally someone who could share all the duties. Also, look how much jade we have. We're up to 7,000 jade. That's ridiculous. What's our magicite? 8,500 magicite. Devil Strand, 1,200. Not as impressive. Oh, we have a sculpture. I did rejig the work priorities around a little, just to get a few more people on stone cutting more than anything, so that we can, you know, actually fill up our rooms. And I've been thinking, we're kind of working slowly on this set of rooms next. I'm going to make these double rooms for couples, just because I don't want to. I like how uniform all these are. It's really pretty. I'm a big fan. And yeah, we're just a couple of dresses off being complete here. And also this room, I'm very proud of. Very impressive workshop, 102. Obviously, we're going to put the artwork in there as well. Just nice all round. And I was thinking that maybe this room, I don't exactly remember what my idea was going to be. I think it was going to be storage for this. But I'm thinking we make this into a power room, because over in our kitchen, we have nearly 8,000 insect meat that we're just not using for anything. And I was saving it for if I wanted more golems. But I don't really want more golems, at least right now. And it still requires human meat and bodies to get them started. So what I'm thinking is we do some biofuel refining, throw the insect meat in there, turn it into chem fuel, and then we can feed that into chem fuel generators. Because once we start filling out our rooms, I think our powers, yeah, we're already, when the sun's down, we're already under excess. So I think that's something to work on today. The other thing was the recreation room. I would really like to get that sorted. And I mean, that's kind of it. Just continuing moving everything over. This is going to be kind of a design and I don't know, kind of like a wine and paint evening, but for Rimworld. Just, it's going to be nice and easy. We're just going to fill in, paint, do some designs, make it efficient as best we can, make it look pretty. Yeah, that's what's on the cards, as well as maybe recruiting someone to take over some of this crafting, which, if we look here, we had a quest pop up. A 40-year-old treehouse builder. So, I mean, that says construction to me, not crafting, but construction is okay. Being chased by subject from the Raora Empire. So, 7 hours. The only problem is our raid is here. 8 lords, 2 peasants. I mean, none of that doesn't sound too awful. And yeah, you might have noticed, this is a siege, and they're landing right here, where the last, I think, 2 sieges have been. So we have a couple of options on how to deal with this. Number one, I'm thinking we just put our best shooter on the mortar and siege him right back. And secondly, I'm thinking of sending just Marilyn, although she is a little sad at the moment. But we send Marilyn, just summon the poppy on them, and I think that'll probably do enough damage to get them to attack. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. And then Shucklefoot is kind of a problem at the moment. They're a wimp, which is why they don't have a class or a weapon. And that means that... Oh. Well, actually, never mind. They had the fibrous mechanites, which was giving them 20% pain, which was exactly what was needed to down them. And they were only staying up because of the soothing breeze. You see, it gives them minus 15% pain. So I was going to... Well, we have the research queued up for... Oh, maybe I don't. I'll queue it up anyway, even though it seems a little irrelevant now. For brain wiring, so we could make a pain stopper. Because if we do that, they don't feel pain, so Wimp doesn't do anything. And they can actually be useful, and they're physically adept, so we can give them, you know, a thing. Alright. Marilyn, you're going on a special mission, and I need you to not break down on your way. I believe Jet is our best shooter. Yeah, more or less. So... de-arm this. We're gonna hold fire for the moment. Or yes, actually, just man it. And then everyone, well, let's not bring everyone else just yet. Let's leave the useless ones. We'll bring everyone who can actually fight up to... I still need to... Okay, no, I take it back. Killbox is also on the priority list. No, and apparently I didn't select everyone. Got me. What is happening here? Oh, because they're not drafted. There we go. That should do it. Okay, let's see. Well, that's a few of them. It's not the end of the world, honestly. Okay, so Marilyn should be on her way, and she is. Now, Jet, are you ready to fire? And fire in 16 seconds. Let's select a target. What do we think? Just aim at the ground? I can't aim at the ground. I can aim at this heal route. What if we just, like, nail it right there? Pick off the whole fire. Okay, Marilyn, just hold back a minute. See if we can get one shot off before. Okay, how long do we have? I think it already fired. Yep. Oh, good shot. Oh, and they're already attacking. Okay. That's fine. Summon the poppy right in their way. And get the heck out of there. Okay. You run back. And I have faith that the poppy will be able to slow them down enough that they won't catch her. Look at the damage. Easily my favorite spell. Just absolutely the best thing ever. If you could move a little faster, that would be good. Just gonna make it, but just taking our time. Oh, I didn't turn off the... It's fine. That was a good shot. Poor Edward. Just took another one. Wait. One of them had a rocket launcher and I guess tried to attack the poppy with it? That's kind of hilarious. Yeah, sorry, I'm getting distracted. This is what we're dealing with. I'm keeping an eye on this quest. So I do want to take it. Oh, come on, bring them down. This is pathetic. He only has one arm. Oh, Devil's taking a lot of damage. I know it looks like he's naked, but he isn't. He's wearing the light plate armor, which I'm not sure how effective that is. Actually, where are our golems? Being lazy? They absolutely are. I really thought... Oh, well, that's not ideal. Healers. Healers, I need you. Is anyone dead? Oh. They all survived. I have no idea how. Who was that? Who did that? Own up. You have to tell me. Legally, you have to tell me. Okay. How am I gonna handle this? I'm panicking. I'm panicking? Do that. I'm just worried that someone's gonna get hit like once and they're gonna die now. Oh, Dylan, what are you doing? Well, actually, if you're there. Oh, you're down 4 hours. We actually did pretty good. Healers? Healers, where are you? I cannot describe how much we need you right now. No, forget it. Run away. Run away. Billy. I'm here. Oh, Shen's down to you. 24 hours, that's not as bad. What are you doing? He's got up and he's just gonna punch him to death. You have a sword? Oh no, you were definitely shooting. I'm a little nervous. Well, about all of this, to be honest. I think they're gonna explode. Okay, golems, get in there. I really need you to tank some of this. Yeah, well, this, who could have seen this coming? Okay, well, that one didn't feel like a victory. Look, it's a little bit cowardly, but I'm gonna reload that one. I know we don't like reloading just in general, but I don't know. I feel like that one was mostly me just being far too casual about the raid, not giving them the respect they deserve, which, I mean, we can argue, you know, deserves a couple of deaths, and we could have revived them, but it would have taken a while. I don't know. I have things I want to do today that I want to get done. I'm just trying to remember what I did a couple of things before the thing, didn't I? I don't remember what else. Oh, we have so much food. Yeah, I don't remember. I thought I did something else. It doesn't really matter. We're gonna do the same thing again. Marilyn, again, go over there. Jet, wake up. You're gonna mend this, but we're gonna hold fire. I'm gonna remember to bring up the golems this time. How many have like rocket launchers? Yeah, there's 2 or 3 triple rocket launchers, a doomsday rocket launcher, and various odds and ends. Okay, so we do need to just bear in mind that they have those. Ooh. Oh. Nice. And that was so good. And we killed even more this time. Just kind of crazy. I thought we did pretty well last time. But yeah, we might even... So of those that are left... Okay, Doomsday... Oh, two Doomsday rockets survived. And 1 triple rocket launcher. So, yeah, you have 1. Does do me a concern. I'm not really sure how to deal with that. I mean, try and get them to focus the golems, I guess. And, I guess spread out our people. To make it a little less devastating, if we can. Yeah, the moment Tooth comes in, we have to focus everything on them. Yeah, they're firing. Oh, they're already fleeing. Okay, I can't tell our turrets where to aim. But I can tell our people. Anyone with a gun? And I mean anyone with a gun. Shoot Tooth. 10 Arcotic body parts. Or 3 good weapons. Kind of a no-brainer, isn't it? Oh. Okay, so the next one has been compressed. Oh, but it's just a pretty regular raid. Oh, but they are sprinters. Ooh. Okay, that could be a problem. Well, that went much better. That's more kind of what I was expecting from this, if I'm honest. Oh, there's our incendiary launcher. We should definitely bring that in. Okay, now before I forget, what operation are you waiting on? Oh, your leg? Yeah. We're still building your leg, so that'll be a little while. Let's quickly accept this quest. I probably should have waited till they were off the map before we invited someone in. What are they shooting at? What the heck happened? He just doomsday rocket launched some muffalo. Oh, there was an insect just wandering around. So he used his doomsday weapon on them. Tooth, you're insane. A coward. Yeah, no kidding. Jogger diplomat. Wow. Would have taken you earlier. I'm not taking you now. Okay, porpoise. What is your porpoise in life? Okay. Okay. What's their artistic? 3? They're actually not that far off what we need. I mean, the crafting is a little low, but obviously with a double passion, we can crank that up really quickly, and then the intellectual's fine, and then we just need to bump up the art to level 4. That shouldn't be too hard. Physically adept and magically gifted, both very nice. Muscular, okay, that's good. Efficient, that's very good. Squeamish, meh, that's fine. And curious, mental break threshold -5 is bad, right? You want a higher threshold, I think, if I remember how that works. And then just some extra intellectual. You welcome porpoise. You can't. Your shooting and melee isn't great. Also, you have the wrong religion. So if you wouldn't mind stepping into my office real quick, and we'll get someone to meet you there for your induction. We might have to actually make some regular clothes again soon. I feel like there's a couple of people with just kind of rags. Yeah, they're here already. Excuse me, that's not allowed. The maximum is 10. I don't know if you were informed. I think it's the compression that messes with that a little. They are just all medieval, though. You are not moving very fast, though. I mean, yeah, I really need you to move faster. Also, the frame rate. Ugh. Marilyn, I need you to run a distraction again before they catch porpoise. Oh, you're so slow. You're moving 176%. Is this just how the game's running? Not great, I have to say. Oh, they're gonna catch her. Don't run a gun. Just run. Just run. They have a stab scar. Oh, that's why they're a little slower. Just keep running, little porpoise. We're coming. We're coming. We're coming. I don't actually want to fight them here. I just want to slow them down so we can get her inside. Oh, this is terrible. I'm so sorry. I failed you. Yeah, that's not ideal. Okay, nope. Back inside. Marilyn. I mean, we can try it. I don't think this is going to be enough. Are they kidnapping? They're not kidnapping her. Usually they just grab whoever and then run away. Now, how health? 7 hours. Yeah, it's probably not gonna be great. Oh, and they're actually gonna make it through as well. Oh, this is just becoming a disaster. You know, just everyone. Just everyone. They have no doomsdays, so we can just stand here. I mean, at least they're spread out. They are breaking through, though. Well, only kind of. Get away from my turrets. I thought thought that was them fleeing, but it's not. No, 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 no. No. Please don't destroy that. Oh wow, they're actually fleeing. Did we get to save porpoise? We actually might. Billy. I mean, it's out of range. Said it was in range. Okay. Run. Yeah, and they're just fleeing to the closest edge. We can save them. We absolutely can. Could blink again. Might use up too much mana, though. It's fine. We'll make it. Porpoise. I know it's been a rough start to our relationship, but I think you're going to be very happy here. And you'll come to see... Oh. He's doing it automatically. Even better. Look at that. You're up and walking already. Who's going to clean this up? That's my question. Because it's not going to be me. I'm telling you right now. Ooh, combat supplier. You might actually have things that are useful for us. We'll check them in a minute. Oh, that's a growlin pod. I thought it was raw jelly. Okay, so next on the list was this one. So, orders smooth. No, I don't want you to smooth the floors. We're going to put in our own floors. You can do this. I will do this one after, and it's just this one section, so knock yourselves out. Why are you gathering here? Okay, Genji. Come see what they want. A lot by the look of it. We'll take your medicine. I'm going to see what they can offer me, first of all, before I give them all of our junk. Oh, a plasma sword. I'll have that. And a mono sword. I'll have that too. Okay, I mean, that's about it. So we're 6,000 in debt. So what will they buy off us? Well, a whole load of junk. So that's not going to be 6,000 worth of junk, but we'll see. I'm happy to just give them all the drugs, to be honest. Just keeping some around, but we don't really need them. We'll give them the Persona Core, but we need that for the ship. Psychic Soothe Pulsar. Let's say that we're going to get rid of those. I don't know if we will. Oh, you want some hearts? We don't really need the hearts. Some of these are the usual. That's the harmonizers. Sensitizer is the useless one, so you can have all of those. Oh wow, we're already way overboard. In that case, give me back the good drugs. And actually give me your incendiary shells as well. And we're still way over. How did we get so much so fast? The hearts. I guess between the pulsars and the sensitizers. Let me give you all of these. I know what I'll buy from them, which will even this out. But yeah, I just want to get rid of all this junk. Guess we could keep some of the Soothe Pulsars. All the Soothe Pulsars? Yeah, and we still need 1,000 more. You know what? It's fine. We'll call it even. Thank you so much for your business. I'm a little sad this doesn't fit and it doesn't really work. What if we use these ones? Oh, that's a little better. did want this too thick, but actually, I think I know what I want to do here. And then we take this. I know this is spending granite we don't have. Can we use something else? Has to be a tile. I don't want to use limestone though. We're using limestone for everything. It's really not more granite on the map. Well, there's a lot of granite. We just have to go mine it. Right? This is such a waste of time. I don't know why I'm doing this, but we're doing it. I find this really amusing, the way they just leapfrog over each other as they finish one. Keep it going, team. You're doing great. Actually, now we're just getting this set up, but actually I don't want to do that. What I want to do is... Do I not have biofuel refining? It says I have biofuel refining. Is it under... Aha, biofuel refinery. Okay, so this produces chem fuel. We then put that chem fuel into a chem fuel generator. Yeah, that makes sense, right? So let's put this right by the door. Yeah, whatever. Speaking of doors, I feel like a fire foam popper would probably be a good idea for this room. Maybe two. Just for, you know, workplace safety. Which, actually, this isn't workplace safety, but this is workplace cleanliness. I would rather do the big ones, but I just feel like they look so terrible to have, like, in your workroom. Actually, that works pretty nice. I like that. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, and then we can do generators. Chem fuel power generator. We can fit 2. We could put more here. I don't know how much one thing generates. Let's put some... Put a refrigerator here for the insect meat. Then shelves for the chem fuel. What about a regular shelf? Like a big shelf? A shelf though? Shelf. Okay. Wood, not a good idea. It's limestone. We'll stick with the theme. I'm using my brain. It's hurting. I can feel it kicking into gear. Okay, no, I know what to do. Here we go. So this goes right here. And then we do these this way. Okay, yeah, that'll work. Let's throw the floor in here while I remember. Just as we're looking at it. That's fine, and we can also tell them to smooth this nonsense. Yeah, and they can work on that. And basically I want to do this just to make sure that we're not... I mean, our power seems to be okay. Like the batteries charge enough during the day to last us through the night, but as I keep adding more and more stuff, I want to make sure that we're covered. Lissa, how's the gems going? We're up to 3. Okay, that's good. I don't know how many Well, I mean, we have 20 shirts, 16 aprons. That's not accurate, is it? 15. There's 20 shirts here. That doesn't seem right. Yeah, it's a little odd. I feel like, I mean, we'll work on one thing at a time, but I want to make an actual uniform for everyone. And then just, that's the only things they're allowed to wear, so that they're all coordinated. Because this is a mess. And it's fine, but it is kind of a mess. Come on. Oh, the raid's here. Well, that was straightforward. 5 pawns? That's so many. Or plasma weapons. Ooh, give me the plasma weapons. Oh, I didn't look what our architect stuff was, did I? Plasma scattergun, plasma cutter, and a plasma beam rifle. I mean, those all sound good. I was kind of hoping for a plasma sword, if I'm honest. Now, what color for our recreation room? How about a nice, like, yellow? Oh, we have a yellow there. It's like a calming color. Blue, but we already have blue. Actually, what color is this? Azure. Let's try it. Let's just do blue. No, do I want it? Blue. Magenta. Cyan. Yeah, a nice calming cyan. We got porpoise. Okay, release them. It's a little bit like a swimming pool, but it'll do. Let's get a door on there. Right, let's get 2 doors on there. And then we can start work on this. Well, floors, obviously. Same as everywhere else. Maybe we could put a carpet in here. We have cloth. How much cloth do we have these days? 1700. That might do it. If we do a nice, like, blue and cream. How much is this? Don't have quite enough, but we could grow more. That's easy to do. Zone, growing zone. And what do we put down the center? Just like a black. This dark. We'll see how it looks. I have a feeling it's going to be awful, but we'll give it a go. Hey, porpoise, what are you going to be? Gladiator. Okay. Wasn't that what Rosie Jetson was in our original series? Yeah, absolutely they were. Okay, well that's good. Does mean they're more of a melee character. It's a little annoying, and we don't have any good melee weapons, really. I was hoping we could make, like, mono swords and stuff, but I don't think there is a way to do that without a mod. I mean, grapple. Fortitude just makes you stronger. There's also sprint. I guess just use this for now. We'll get you something better in a little bit. I think once we have the recreation room up and running, I want to make one of these into a magic workroom, because I think we're getting a huge penalty from the cold and not having tool cabinets. So if we can get that set up, that'd be good. Okay, the smoky beasts are here. Are they only one place? Yes. Excellent. 75 of them. Do a quick check, though. I feel like it's gonna be too enlightening. I mean, no, not at all, really. All pretty terrible. Anyone with just incredible shooting? A few incredible shooters. We'll keep an eye out for those, I guess, but otherwise, meh. These guys all have snipers, which could be an issue, or it might not be, and I might be able to just cheese it with lightning and poppy. So I'm going to try that, basically. I really want to use the lightning, and it'd be such a good shot, but I'm so sad that we have to keep repairing this generator because we keep destroying it. Actually, let's aim it a little more, like right there. Okay, fire's okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, get in there. Who else has a good melee weapon? Oh, not poor voice. You don't have a shield belt. You stay back. Oh, Shen took a shot. Okay, so far so good. I don't know what that was, but it seems good. Wow, this one's just really going for it, huh? What is happening? Oh, they're in. Oh, they're really in. Okay, time. No, nobody panic. Some of the elementals. Holy Wrath? Can't Holy Wrath. Valiant Charge. No, no. Oh, and it went on cooldown anyway. Well, first search and destroy would be really helpful, isn't it? Let's just throw that in there. Oh, my frame rate. Okay, come back. Oh, this is hectic. I thought we were kind of gonna breeze through raids at this point. Okay, well, none of you have weapons, so you come to the back. Carboro? You're Carboro? What am I talking about? Carbo. Your time to shine. That was a point blank shot in the leg. No, don't hit my turrets. Oh, this is just a mess. Where's my fighters? Here we got you. I have no idea what's happening. someone's gonna get shot in the head and die instantly. Yep, like that. That was just his leg. He's also a wimp. Where's our melee fighters? Shen? You're not melee, but you're fighting. Poor boys. Get in there. Carbo's doing okay. Where's Dylan? This is the one he's just standing around. Of course he is. Oh, they're fleeing. Oh, we did it. Okay. Do I just take the bombardment targeter? Guarantee a win on the next one? Probably, to be honest. A top up on our resources wouldn't be bad either, though. No, give me this. We're getting... We have to... Oh god, they're still just gonna keep fighting, aren't they? As they run away. Yeah, that's not running. They're fleeing into our base. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Well, no one's dead. A lot of people are injured. And there goes our generator again. I need to protect this better somehow. I mean, not having the kill box right next to it would probably help. Okay, are we actually... Just let him go. Just let him go. Undraft. Do a quick check. Okay, you're fine. You're not great, but... shot to the head, and you're to blame. Darling, you give snipers a bad name? I mean... kind of superficial damage. Well, the shot to the head, maybe not so much, but... pretty superficial damage, all things considered.